Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be using this new collection that I got from Leav. It is a Korean gel polish collection. It is their spring collection, and here is their Instagram in case you want to go check them out. These polishes, I'm going to show y'all that they are one coat coverage. Now I've done a swatch video, I've done another mani that I've already posted, which is on my left hand. Here's the colors that come in the collection. This is just the one coat, and that is crazy, right? Like the coverage. And then I made the nails on my hand matte because I love this yellow in matte. It just is like to die for. And then I chose to use these three colors because this white or off-white is perfect under decals as well. So I really love that. This is the decal that I'm going to be using from CJ's Joint Creations. It's from her newest drop. So if y'all haven't checked it out, y'all need to hop on over to Etsy and go check out her new summer drop. Now this peely base is a gel peel base that I apply over a gel top coat on top of my tips. And I cure it in my lamp for 60 seconds. Then it will be ready to work like a regular air dry peel base. These are the three colors that I'm going to be using, and this gorgeous shade is called Aurora. It's from all of these bottle holders, hand rests, decal dish, all of that is from Liquid Layers. If y'all haven't checked out Liquid Layers, what are you doing with your life if you do your nails? Like, y'all are missing out. I know y'all have dropped some bottles, spilled some bottles. Like, this stuff just helps me not do that. So I would just check it out if you are looking for something to help you out. Also, these bottles, like, I can't even say enough good things about them. It's like a matte, it's like a satin matte finish on the bottles. The top comes off like a lipstick cap, and then it gives you like a smaller handle to hold for the bottle. But these bottles, they are so satiny, and I was just like rubbing the bottle because they're so pretty. And then the letters are in like a rose gold, like not quite super gold, but it's like between a gold and a rose gold type look to them. Like when you turn it, like the foiling with the letters and stuff. But anyway, let's get on to these colors. Now I am showing y'all that I can do the gel polish with my non-dominant hand, but I'm gonna let you know right now that this video is sped up almost 2 times. I think it's like 1.8 is how fast it is sped up when I'm doing the polish on this hand. But I wanted to leave it in to show y'all that if you do practice, you will be able to eventually do the hand that you cannot do now. Even if it's something as simple as just painting the nail. Like, if you can't do that, you will eventually be able to do so if you just practice. Because, I mean, like, when I do my ring finger, y'all will see that I get some of it on the skin. But I go very slow. I take my time, cap my edges, because I mean, I'm not in a race with anybody when I'm doing my nails. I mean, maybe I'm in a race because my kids are currently napping at the point of doing my nails. So, and they've only been napping for like 45 minutes lately. So I am in a race against the nap time. But I like to make sure that I am not getting any gel on my skin as much as possible, just because I don't want to get contact dermatitis or any kind of allergy, because I love doing my nails too much to have an allergy, and I like to have them on. Yes, I have been doing a lot of press-ons lately just because I find that I can have more time to be more creative, because sometimes a press-on set that's really fun and creative will take me about 3 or 4 days just to do it. And when I'm working on my hand-painted art, I can't sit there and like stress out about, oh my gosh, I only have 20 minutes left to finish this whole thing. So press-ons help me be more adventurous. They allow me to do more. They just allow me to have a lot of fun. But I do enjoy having my nails on, and I don't want to have to glue them on because that's just, I don't want to always have to do that. I want to just put them on the way that I want to. I want to experiment with different fun things. All that to say, be careful with getting gel on your skin. That is all. All right. Whew. Moving along. So we are moving along to this gorgeous like coral color. It's really like excuse me, like more pinky coral, like more pink than is showing in this video. And also this color is like more teal than it's showing on camera. I had a really hard time getting like the true color of the colors until I went outside. But I add a video at the end of it actually, the mani actually not being too bad. Like I can live with it for a few days. But y'all, after I'm done putting the color on, this mani takes a complete left turn. And I don't know what happened, but y'all just stay tuned to see how I try to bring it back together. Now, I don't fully fix it, but I could have if I wanted to, but my kids, I heard them making noise, so I was down to the wire. So I had to hurry up and get the gel base and top coat on at the very end. So I didn't have a lot of time to fix it the way that I needed, because by the time I got to the decal, I was already about 30 or so minutes in. So I didn't have time to mess around with it anymore. But anyway, y'all will see. Y'all will see. Just stick around for a little bit. So that finger I was telling you, I got a little bit of gel on, and then I went ahead and I cleaned it up before I cured it. So I cured everything. So another super awesome thing about these gels is that aside from them being one coat coverage, they do not cure with a tacky layer. They have no inhibition layer after they are cured. Now, I think that is amazing. I personally have not had a gel polish like that. I know that there are some, I know that they exist already, and I know that's a thing, but me personally, I have never tried one. So I was thoroughly impressed, to say the least. I was very excited about that. But I went ahead and I cured the 4 fingers so that I could do the thumb. But I also wanted to show y'all that this little finger rest helps me stabilize my thumb when I'm painting it or doing dip powder or whatever really have you. It helps me stabilize my thumb so that I can get as close to the cuticle as possible without getting any of the liquid flooded everywhere. But I cannot do it to do the sidewalls because I like to pull my skin back on the sides. I know there's lots of hacks for people using like hair clips or tape or whatever. I just use my finger and I just hold my skin. It's not that big of a deal. So, oh my gosh, I am winded. Y'all, it's been a minute since I did a video. But one coat coverage, I wanted to make sure that I got everything perfect. So went and fully cured the nails. And now that is one coat. I haven't done anything. I haven't put a top coat on. I haven't done anything. I literally just put the polish on and put them in the lamp. There is no tacky layer on them. Nothing. So I can go ahead and I can work on my decal nail before I do anything else. So I am going to go ahead and do the decal on this white nail. I do like to make the nail white underneath the decal just because it makes it pop a lot better. You can use like an off-white or something like that, but I do suggest always using a white under unless you have a decal that is on white paper. So that's a whole other topic, but do the decals over white. Just a suggestion. All right. So we got our water in our decal dish from Liquid Layers. My code from Liquid Layers is Erica15. If you ever want to shop there at Liquid Layers, they've got some amazing stuff. So do check them out. Also, this stamper is key to putting a decal on for me. It just is. So if you haven't tried putting your decal on with a stamper, you should totally try it and make your life a lot easier. So now that we've got the decal ready, we've got it on the stamper drying out a little bit. We're going to use this Maniology sticky base. We're going to put down not a super thin layer, like you don't want it to be super thin, but yet you don't want to like flood it on either. You want to get a nice layer and you want to make sure you cap your edges. Super important because then the decal will stick to everywhere that you have the sticky base. It will cling to it. And then it's air dry, so you just wait. This one is for stamping, but I don't like to use it for stamping because I have a problem with stamping for some reason. My timing is always off and it smudges. So I don't use it for stamping. I just use it for decals. Now, while my sticky base is drying, I will cut some of the excess off the decal. So now in hindsight, having already finished this mani, knowing what went wrong, I should have just used the piece of the decal that is sitting over there that I cut off to repair the damages. But, y'all, I don't know what was going on. It has been a little minute since I have done a decal on my non-dominant hand. or on my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand. So I was just like, I guess brand new to it, I guess. So the sticky base dried. We get to now where we're just going to be flattening out the decal, but you don't want to push too hard because the decal will possibly rip. So just pushing down the edges, making sure it's flat on the nail. Just I use like a silicone tool or the other end of my tweezers. By the way, I love these tweezers. These tweezers and a lot of other very useful items are linked in my Amazon storefront that I list on every single video. I'm going to go through and I'm going to start adding more things that I've been using and loving lately. So make sure you check out my Amazon storefront if you have not. Also, be aware that if you do use my Amazon storefront, I do make the tiniest, minuscule of a commission. Eventually, maybe one day. But if you do purchase from those links, I do appreciate it. I throw it right back into the channel with nail stuff and fun stuff for y'all. But if you don't, that works too. I'm not telling you what to do. You know, I mean, just throwing it out there that you can check it out if you want to. That is the only thing that I make commission on is the Amazon storefront, and I have never even made anything on there. So just, I have to tell you. It's written in the description box, but I figured I would just share it. All right, y'all. So now everything looks like it's going okay. I'm just using my brush. I'm using some acetone, and I'm melting the excess off the decal. Now, here is where I'm starting to realize that I made a boo-boo. I had put too much acetone on my brush, and I started to melt away some of the decal there at the cuticle, right? And I'm just like, what is going on? So here is the point where I also realized that I was melting the decal onto my nail, and yes, I almost stopped recording the whole video, but I decided to show y'all how I would fix it in a pinch that will be okay, and I would be okay and a little bit satisfied with the outcome at the end. The decal was sticking to my skin because that's what decals do, right? So then I'm using this acetone and I want to get it off my skin because I really don't want to, I don't like leaving product on my skin. So then my skin is going to be like super dried out. But while I'm using the excess acetone to get the decal off my skin, I therefore swipe excess amount off the cuticle line because I should have just cut the decal shorter to begin with. I should have just measured it out because usually you put the bottom of the decal itself at my cuticle line. I like to make it match up. So then I'm like, oh, okay, I got this little piece right here, right on the edge. So I'm just going to pick it off. And then I pick off a piece of the decal. So it just started going really, really bad for me. I almost took the entire decal off and started over, which you can do. From here, if you feel like that is absolutely not acceptable, then you can totally do that. Trash the decal, wipe it off, the complete thing, soak a paper towel in acetone, and wipe the decal off, okay? But I was like, I told y'all a little bit ago that the babies were getting to be the end of the nap time because I try to pay attention to what time I start, what time I put the kids down, so that I know I'm not doing my nails when they get up because they're 2.5 and 4 napping. So I'm like, I don't have time to be still doing this when they wake up. So I decided that was good enough for the decal application. Now I'm just going to go put some rubber base on it so I can seal the decal in, cap the edges, and then what I do is I cure it in my lamp for 60 seconds, and then I don't show this part, but I take a paper towel with some acetone and I just wipe all that excess decal off. I wipe all of it off my skin. All those little black dots will be gone when I come back. I make sure that I have completely capped the entire decal. Yes, I'm very disappointed in myself at this point in the mani. I make sure that all the edges are capped because anything that is not capped, the acetone will take it right off. So cure it, wipe it, and I come back. So now here we are, right? So I realized that I had some of these flakes. I should have picked a little bit of a darker color, but I liked the iridescent flakes just because I think they're really pretty. So you can use flakes, you can use glitter polish, you can use rhinestones, you can use pretty much anything to cover up a boo-boo. I decided that I was just going to use these flakes just because I thought it would be fun. So after I wiped everything with acetone, cleaned up everything, I went and put another layer of the rubber base on so that I could put some of these flakes on so that they would stick. You can use a regular base coat if you want. I just like to use a rubber base when I'm messing around with any kind of like water slides or flakes, foils, anything like that. I just like to use a rubber base. That's just me. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these flakes and I'm just going to dab them along the edges and do surround the nail with them. So I'm going to do them on the entire outside edge of the nail. I was just going to do it where the rips and stuff are, but then I just decided that why not just do the whole circumference of the nail, the whole outer edge of the nail. And y'all, it did not do what I was looking for because I think the flakes were too light. I should have used a different one that I had, but the one that I had wasn't giving me the right chameleon shift that I was wanting, so I just used these ones. They worked fine. You know, when I shift my nail the right way, I don't really see the missing part of the decal. And I mean, my nails are just for me, so I don't really care, but this is how I would fix it, I guess. And I'm only going to be wearing it for a few days because I'm not going to be able to make it last that long because I'm not going to be able to look at it that many days. But it worked. I was okay with it. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add like a little bit more at the cuticle line where I was seeing that little bit of white spot where the decal was ripped a little bit. And then after that, all I do is I cure it in the lamp because I want all the flakes to stick to it. I try to clean up some of the flakes with some alcohol before putting them in the lamp. But ultimately, the flakes will come off after you wash your hands. So if you just wanted to skip messing around with trying to clean them up and just put a top coat on. But I didn't want them to get stuck in the cuticle line as bad because I want my cuticle line to be cleaner. So I just used a little bit of alcohol on my little angled brush, and I just cleaned up a little bit of the cuticle line. And then I cure it in my lamp. Then it will be time for a gel base coat and gel top coat to go on it, and then everything will be finished. So meanwhile, I'm not paying any attention, right? So I pull the flakes out, and I hadn't put any top coat or anything on, and y'all know that those flakes and glitters like to run away to all the other nails. So I got some flakes on my middle finger, got some flakes on my index fingers, y'all see shining. Flakes decided to share the party with the rest of the nails, so there are little bits of flakes on the other nails, but I mean, I don't mind because it's just my nails. Had it been for like a customer or something, which I don't do, but if y'all had a customer or something, you might not want to leave it like that, but I don't care. It's just me, and I don't mind. My kids said they were very pretty when they woke up from their nap, so that's really all that matters. Anyway, here are the nails all finished. I do have a little cut on my finger, ignore it, but I think they turned out okay. The main focus of this whole video was the gel polish and for y'all to see how like spot on that gel polish is with just one coat. I didn't add one off camera. This is literally just one coat of polish. If you don't need 2 coats, don't do 2 coats. Just do 1. This is the color that the gel polish is, the teal. This is the color that it actually is. Thank y'all so much for checking out this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video.